Good morning, everybody. Marcus Conte reporting. We're live. Welcome, everybody, to the greatest show on the internet, where your voice is up front. Good morning, everybody. Marcus Conte reporting. We're live. And where you get to hear me say my shit twice. This is my favorite video of Granny Cat. I could watch this all day. I know it's my cat. I know, Conti, it's just an infatuation with your dead cat. Look how beautiful. Granny Cat spent her whole life in an apartment. And then in her final year she was able to jump out into the snow and have a good time. Good morning, everybody. Marcus Conte reporting. Watch some of that later on. Watch the final Granny Cat later on, man. How you doing, everybody? Marcus Conte reporting. Good morning. What do we got? What do we got today? A lot to unpack. I'm suffering from, I think what I have is poison ivy or some kind of I don't know, man. I'm not a country guy. It's all new to me. I was walking around in my garden barefoot, with shorts on, and it was raining, and it looks like I don't know what it is, man. Maybe a very extreme itch. Could be poison ivy, could be poison oak, could be, I don't know what it is, man. Some kind of sensitivity that I have here. So I've been itching for the last bunch of hours. Give me a all systems rolling. Give me a rolling in the chat if everything is cool, because I've been having some problems with YouTube. There's an extra button or two that you have to push on YouTube to get the thing rolling, right? It looks like we're up and running, and there we are, world. There we are today. So let's see how we're doing, man. How we doing? So, so we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about today? Tyrannical Tuesdays. So we're going to talk about some black violence. Black violence seems to be epic. Why? Why violence amongst people with black skin? Why is there an epic amount of violence, a particularly high amount of violence amongst those humans that have darker complexions? Why is that? Am I making it up? No, the statistics show that there's a higher incidence of violence, domestic violence, outward violence, violence against other people, however you want to label violence. There's more violence, verbal violence. Hang around a social service office for a while, like I did. As a worker, and you'll hear the violence. You'll hear the violence in the tone. So why is that? I don't know. But it is statistically correct. Joe Biden attacking Donald Trump about his inability to, or lack of ability to do anything on January 6th. They're really, the liberal left, even when AOC is caught as being not a politician, not an activist, but more of a performance artist, are still running this nonsense about January 6th being some kind of threat to our democracy. When I believe we have it in the Constitution, the right to bear arms to prevent government from exercising tyranny over the people. Right? That's what it is. All right, and that's, a lot of what happened on January 6th with those people was exactly that, trying to stop and or bring attention to election fraud in our country. Election fraud being when the government, when the insiders rigged the election, not the other thing voter fraud. There is no voter fraud. Voter fraud doesn't exist. I hate to pop it to you. It does, but it's not enough to swing an election. The idea that Mexicans are jumping over a wall and voting, and then jumping back over the wall, or crossing state lines and voting 25 times, nobody does that. Right? That's not how it works. The game is rigged on the inside. It's election fraud. It's gerrymandering. It's canceling people who register to vote. And the statistics show that everybody, like in the example of Bernie Sanders, everybody who registered late to be a Democrat in Brooklyn, New York, to the tune of 200,000 young people rose up to become Democrats to vote for Bernie Sanders. And when they went to vote, they couldn't vote because their name got purged from the rolls. They weren't allowed to vote for Bernie Sanders. That is what? That is cheating. That is election fraud. It's not real. It's not an authentic election. When you have, and as I said yesterday, so anyway, so we'll talk about a little bit about that. What else we got? Oh yeah, there's all this black violence stuff, right? We got to keep looking at. Jocelyn Maxwell got moved to a luxury country club, right? You remember Jocelyn Maxwell, the madam who allegedly, or according to the jury, groomed young girls for Jeffrey Epstein's pleasure. For that crime, she got 20 years in the can. And but she's not going to serve it in a real nasty place. She's going to a country club where she can do yoga and run on a track and take the sun and play touch football with the other girls. So a bump up, right? She could have guests. She could have up to 4 visitors and 6 children every weekend. So Jocelyn Maxwell is going to be living high on the hog. Remember, Jocelyn Maxwell comes from a very wealthy family. It's not like she, this bankrupted her. It's she's just been living a hard life. So we'll look at that as well. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Vinny DiMartini, motherfucker. Animal Lover is here. Bebop. Mad Cow Mark from Australia is here. Zoot Suit Cooter. My brother Haywire. What's up, brother? Me So Hungry. Good morning, Me So Hungry. Love Me So Hungry. I got a mosquito bite, says Me So Hungry. I use this thing called Borer. It's a device that makes the bite stop itching. Maybe I'll try that. I don't think it was mosquito. I think it was maybe, I don't think it's bee either, because this is the second time it's happened. It seems like a weed of some sort. And the only thing that offers relief is cold water, I notice. Take an ice cold shower where you're numb. And then for about 2 hours, you don't feel it. Until it goes away, right? But also, when you're outside, wear pants and rubber shoes. That's what I got to do. But anyway, thank you all for looking out for me. My name is Marcus Conte. I'm a guy who makes videos here on YouTube. And here we go. Free speech, right? I got a website. It's marcusconte.com. Here's all the videos on a daily basis. We're live every day. Now we're up to Marcus in the Morning Live Show 6. Today is Marcus in the Morning Live Show 6, and I'm thinking about making this series a series. Make this Marcus in the Morning Live Show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to make it a 100 video series, and then we'll do something else. Right? We'll just move on. Right? We'll move on. Call it something else. Same kind of thing, right? But evolving, right? This is the 100 shows, the 100 show comeback to YouTube, right? Because we love YouTube, we love Google, we love everybody. We that's all we do is love here. People could come aboard and hate, but we'll still love them back. That's what we do. We expoo love, right? And then it's contagious. Right? We'll also look at the markets at 9:30. Markets are taking a bit of a smack. We're coming off the bottom, it looks like, but this is earnings week. Google, Facebook, Twitter, not Twitter. Yeah, I think Twitter. Getter, not Getter, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, all those companies, the big tech companies, are going to report earnings this week, as well as the rate hike of 75 basis points that's already been priced into the market. It's going to happen this week as well. And so big days on Wall Street right now. Big days on Wall Street. Is the market going up? Have we the biggest talk that you hear on Wall Street is the bottom in, right? Is the worst over? Because if the worst is over, if people can see in the chart that the shit is starting to creep back up, what happens? It'll stop going down. There'll be bad news. It'll creep up slowly. That's what happens. That's what happens when markets bounce back. They move, but they move incrementally higher. Right? They don't move like straight up. They move incrementally higher on a daily basis, and that's a good thing. Slow and steady is better than extreme volatility. So, Mark Conti, I have also ways to support this program. This is a demonetized channel. I don't think Google will ever monetize it in this age. Maybe around the elections, who knows? But Tip Jar and Patreon are two ways to enjoy providing to this channel, or just join us every morning at 9 a.m., right? 9 a.m. You don't really need notification around here. You just show up at this channel. Here's the channel. Where's the channel? Here's the channel. And you show up, and look at that, live every morning at 9 a.m. We got 27 people watching, probably. And that's how you do it, right? So let's start here, man. Mark Conti reporting on black violence. Florida rapper shot dead in front of home after daring critics to confront him. Where's the violence coming from? I thought it was January 6th, but you've got this is a prodigy. This is a AOC prodigy, right? Get arrested. Show everybody that you have handcuffs. Show everybody how civilly disobedient you are, right? That's show. That's make-believe, right? That's make-believe. AOC is a performance artist. She goes out in front of the cameras and performs. And then she gives a press conference and spoos her. That's what AOC has become, left. Right? You thought she was the great savior, right? She's going to come in and work on all your progressive issues, but it turns out she threw you all under the bus for the money. AOC making $1 million a year, right? She's got $1 million budget. $1 million budget, AOC. $1 million. She's got $1 million fucking dollars. She could pay 10 people $100,000 a year to work for her. No joke, man. She's an army. AOC is no longer one person. She's a sitting Congress army. Anyway, so this kid, right, Jackoff, right, his name is Rolly Bands, was gunned down outside his Tampa apartment complex Friday, minutes after he dared the rappers to confront him at his house. A lot of these niggas know where I live. That's what he said. A lot of these niggas know where I live, the rapper wrote on his Instagram story. I sleep in peace. If a nigga want to smoke, I'm at my crib in 5 minutes. That's what he said, right? Using the N-word, using the nigger word, right? Nigga with an A, nigga. That's him promoting. He's promoting the word nigga. Nigga, right? That's what he's promoting. Right? I thought it was derogatory. I thought you're not supposed to say it. Oh, if you're black, you could say it. Black is, if your skin, if your complexion, that's the human thing now. That's the glitch. You could say certain things if your skin is a certain color. If your skin isn't a certain color, then you're not allowed to say certain things, says the whoever, the liberal left, I don't know, politicians today. But this kid, here he is calling his friends niggas. A lot of these niggas know where I live, the rapper wrote on his Instagram. I sleep in peace. If a nigga want to smoke, I'm in my crib in 5 minutes. So 5 minutes later, somebody came and shot him. right? And that's what they do, right? That's how they shot Pop Smoke, who I love. I love Pop Smoke. Not a lot of them, but there are pockets of extremely talented fucking rappers. When you listen to the grooves, like if you listen to Pop Smoke, for example, you might not know it. You may not know who he is, but go on YouTube and hit Pop Smoke and just listen to the grooves, the way he brings it. He brings it down. Slows it down. It's visceral, right? And some of them are very talented, but even Pop Smoke got gunned down, right? Because they're gangsters. They're fucking singing about violence and gangs, right? That's your karma. Smoke that nigga. Smoke that nigga. I got my gun. I'm gonna shoot the motherfucking nigga. Shoot the nigga. Right. Why don't you do a video? Shoot the nigga. Right. I mean, I know people are offended by that, but it's not me doing it. They're doing it. The kid himself, who is supposed to be, I don't know, he's supposed to be. He's drinking Red Bull too. This kid's an interesting guy. He's full of tattoos. He's got a Gucci fucking belt on, Gucci, and a pair of Red Bulls. It's interesting. I always like his hat is this way. His hat is this way. This way. Yeah, his hat is this way. Right? And the videos tell a lot. What's on his? It looks like he has the cross of Jesus. He has a cross. It looks like he has a cross of Jesus. Any other tattoos that tell? He's standing in front of a clam and oyster joint. And the Red Bull's Gucci, Red Bull. I bet he's got gold teeth, too. I got gold fucking tooth, man. Nigga need a gold tooth. So more black violence. So this woman is right here. This is what she looks like. Am I making it up? Am I jumping on the bandwagon? No, man. I told you. Go to the videos down below and look. I documented the violence at these rallies and riots. Right? The violence is coming from the fucking radical youth. For whatever reason, right? It could be skin color. It could be they got screwed, in 2016 with Bernie Sanders. That's what I think. That's what I suspect, right? A lot of those kids realized for the first time maybe that our government doesn't fucking listen to us unless we do something radical. But listen, right? Even the radical left, I think you could agree with this. Rappers and black activist motherfuckers, niggas, right? My brothers, my niggas. Listen to me, right? Listen to me for 1 second, right? The people that converged on the steps of Congress on January 6th, because this is a big issue. You have your politicians on the side of the left trying to arrest people for demonstrating and demanding a redress of grievances. It's in the Constitution. That's what democracy looks like. And I know you guys know that, right? Because that's what this is what democracy looks like. Black Lives Matter. This is what democracy looks like. Right? Remember all that shit? Do you remember all of that shit? Right? Stop blaming. Trump is not going to eat your babies. Trump is not racist. Trump isn't even in politics anymore. He's gone. And even if he was here, what evidence of racism, aside, saying that the Mexicans are drug dealers and drug lords. All right, everybody, look. Here's the problem. Here's the problem in public speaking, public imagery. Right? I've made thousands of videos. I don't know, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. I don't know. I don't count them. But I made a lot of videos, right? And if you go back into those videos and watch them, you could sew together 5 minutes of the absolute stupidest things that I've ever said in my life. They're all on there. Now, 90% of it, in my view, is brilliant. Right? But there's always that 10% that makes you look fucking stupid. Right? Things that you said that you regret, or it's not that you regretted, but you didn't see clearly at the moment when you said it, right? And it's there, right? And that's what goes on in politics, right? But Trump has said some stupid stupid fucking things. Not like Joe Biden. Joe Biden says stupid things every day. But be weary when politicians are attacked for things they said a long time ago, because there's no evidence of Trump being a racist or trying to he was the government. How does a president overthrow the government? He is the government. He's the highest office in government, directing the people, telling them that something is fucking wrong here. That's all they did, and they acted on it. Well, they acted before Trump did anything, really. So here's an image of another depressed black woman in Dallas airport decides to bring a gun to the airport and shoot the place up. So there you are in an airport. Boom, shots fired in the airport. Shots fired. Cops running with guns pointing. Thank you, brother. Stay down, stay down. This woman's crying her ass off. She shit her pants, I bet. I bet she's got a giant... Let's see if we can see the shit stain in her pants. But, shit stain. She's... So the dead body's over there. It's not a dead body. They shot her in the leg.
The average price of gasoline...
Oh, no. So just more violence. There she is. This is the alleged shooter. Right, and she was pissed off, right? Because Black Lives Matter. Here's Universal Orlando parking lot. They're out in the fucking parking lot. Look at this. All right. Black youth super predators. That's the times we live in again, right? They're lurking around trying to beat you the fuck up. This is scary, right? I mean, nothing scares me more than a bunch of wild fucking 16-year-old kids from the hood. I don't want any part of that shit. I don't want any part of that. These kids are lawless. They carry guns. They have no boundaries. They will shoot you. They will swing something at you just to prove to their friends how tough they are. All black. All black. All black. Uh-oh. Are we buffering? I saw some buffering going on. Let me know if there's ever any buffering going on. Sorry about that. All right, so a little violence breaks out. Kids brawl. Now they're kids. Right? If they were Trump supporters, oh my God, they would be fucking... they would be conspiracy theorists. They would be people that need to be behind bars in prison for conspiracy to overthrow the government. But kids tearing up the Universal Orlando parking garage, violence. Where's the violence coming from? Where does it stem from? There's a deep hatred. Deep hatred in their hearts. So more. Let's see. Is there any more? I don't know. So here's Joe Biden summing up what we're seeing in America. This is Joe Biden, President of the United States, is saying that Trump didn't have the spine to act as Capitol cops met medieval hell. Medieval hell. What did Joe Biden say when Kyle Rittenhouse got fucking chased down and had to kill 2.5 Antifa to save his life? What did Joe Biden say? Joe Biden said that they were radicals. They were fucking they were terrorists. Joe Biden had a promotional video with Kyle Rittenhouse in it, promoting the fact that Trump was a right-wing extremist, whatever, right? Racist, whatever. That's what Joe Biden did. Joe Biden smeared Kyle Rittenhouse, and what happened? A court of Kyle Rittenhouse's peers found it to be exactly what the videos proved it to be. Self-defense. But here's Joe Biden continuing the propaganda, the fake news, the inaccurate speculation that somehow Trump orchestrated this hit, a hit on his own government because he hates America. That's what he's trying to say. Let's listen.
Every day we rely on law enforcement to save lives.
Then on January 6th,
All right, if there's Buffy, let me just shut some of this crap off. Let me shut some stuff off. Let me shut some stuff off. Maybe that's what's causing it. I don't know. I'm going to shut the stuff off. I'm going to shut all this stuff off. I got to leave Granny Cat up. That might knock it down a little bit. Just stand by. Buffy, just refresh. Refresh. Buffy is a biotech this morning. We're going to flash to the markets in 2 minutes. So here's Joe Biden, and I got a little bit of a glitch here. I don't know what it is. I'm flashing red. I'm flashing yellow. I don't know. I suspect that it's big tech putting the brakes on. Big tech putting the brakes on. I don't know. But anyway, so here's Joe Biden. I'll continue. If you want to watch the unedited, unbuffered version, you can click to Rumble, where I put up the entire video. Recorded. Yeah, the recorded video. All right, so here's Joe Biden.
every day we rely on law enforcement to save lives.
We do.
Then on January 6th, we relied on law enforcement to save our democracy.
Did we?
We saw what happened. The Capitol Police, the D.C. Metropolitan Police,
Yeah.
other law enforcement agencies were attacked and assaulted before our very eyes, speared, sprayed, stomped on, brutalized.
No, Joe. They were pushed out of the way, Joe. They got out of the way. They got pushed out of the way like in a rugby match, like a football. Right? The Patriots advanced and the defense got out of the way. There was no. It's just lie. It's just lying.
Lives were lost. And for 3 hours, the defeated former president of the United States watched it all happen as he sat in the comfort of the private dining room next to the Oval Office. While he was doing that, brave law enforcement officer subject to the medieval hell.
Joe Biden is definitely senile, man. Look at this. Look at him try to read off the prompter. He's a senile old man right now.
For 3 hours.
For 3 hours.
Dripping in blood, surrounded by carnage. Face to face with crazed mob that believed the lies of the defeated president. The police were heroes that day.
The lies of the defeated president. What lies, Joe? It's all fucking. It's propaganda, right? Defeated lies of sad.
Donald Trump lacked the courage to act.
He was acting. He acted he mobilized people to examine election fraud.
Brave women and men in blue all across this nation should never forget that. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-cop. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-democracy.
Are we live? You can't be pro-insurrection and pro whatever. Let me click this thing. Oh no. Oh no. Connect software streaming videos. And I gave it a little refresh. We'll see if that works. So I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I am so sorry. So sorry. So Joe Biden is talking bullshit. Right? So President Biden on Monday critiqued former President Donald Trump in a speech to black police officers for not telling a mob of his supporters to go home. I remember Trump saying go home. But here's the case in point, right? Here's the President of the United States, right, rattling off a rant, a 1 minute, 15-second rant to the public that is just full of inaccuracies, propaganda, right? Factually incorrect things, wrong perceptions of what actually happened. Right? It seems like a conscious effort to not view all of the violence. Do you ever hear Joe Biden talk about, black violence and rappers shooting each other over drugs? No, he never talks about that. But somebody who raises their voice and raises their fist in anger that their vote may not have been counted Oh, that's a domestic terrorist. You can't make it up, man. So anyway, Ghislaine Maxwell can enjoy movies, yoga after transferring to Florida prison. Oh my God, it's 9 o'clock. Holy shit, 9 o'clock. Let's go. The market is open. I'm gonna break to the stock market right now. And whoa. Okay, so we're down. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down, down. Let's see what we got here. So, wow, Nasdaq taking a hit. Nasdaq taking a hit. The Dow is down 100 points. Not so bad. Nasdaq down more, 111 or a whole percentage point. S&P also down. Lots of earnings happening this week. Lots of earnings. Earnings by Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. Critical week for big tech. Now, yesterday, Walmart reported, and they missed, right? But remember, Walmart is retail, right? So if retail is not making as much, it's likely that maybe the onliners are making a little more. Technology is, you never know until you see the numbers. But this is earnings week. And Wall Street is being rather cautious leading into this earnings week. Apple, Amazon, Google, all going to report very, very soon. So let's look at the big board. Let's see how Wall Street is acting. It's all red, all red. As I said, Nasdaq down a percentage point, Dow down 0.3 percentage points. Or 100 points. S&P is down as well. Apple, the great Apple, down 61 cents. Amazon down, $4.48. Google, the home. This is the home of Google's stock price that we like it to always go up. Is down right now, $2 a share. Google parent company or corporate, GOOGL, down 2. Meta down 2.5. That's Facebook. Microsoft down 3. Bitcoin down again. Oh, yesterday I misspoke. I was looking at the short ETF for Bitcoin. If you want to short Bitcoin, you go BITI on the Nasdaq. If you want to go long Bitcoin, you go BITO. Oh, that's the difference, right? Look at the battery-operated car makers. Tesla down $12 with the leadership of the great Elon Musk. Tesla, all right, battery-operated cars, $792 per share, down 12 today. Rivian Automotive down $1 or 3%. Rivian Automotive that supplies battery-operated vans to Amazon. War stocks. Are we getting a war? Lockheed Martin down 50 cents, and Raytheon down $2.50. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, war stocks. You'll get your war. Eventually, the crackpots, in charge, they'll get their war. They'll get a war. They'll start a war. I know Ukraine wasn't what you thought it was going to be. It wasn't as lucrative as you thought it would be, but we'll find another one for you. We'll find another one. Keep the faith. War is good for the economy, they say. Pfizer, the holy vaccine maker. Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and Moderna. Oh, right? The angels sing when we talk about these, right? Because they are providing you with the immuno stuff that keeps you healthy and keeps you safe. Because we want you and your family to be safe. Okay? So if you're into vaccines and you like them, and you think that it's a good thing, then you should invest in Pfizer, Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson, or all three of them right here. Pfizer up 60 cents, Johnson & Johnson up 60 cents, and Moderna down flat right now. Right? What else could we talk about? DWAC, company taking Trump public, down 30 cents today. Netflix down again, another $1. Snapchat garbage at $9 a share, going at 2 cents. And marijuana ETFs that I used to follow a long time ago, very, very down, right? Very down. The Wall Street has not found a way to capitalize on the marijuana market on its own. Right? Steve Zrofsky says, housing market down. Well, not really. Housing market is actually way, way up. It's just down off the top right now. Right? And it's good. Look, if you own a home, you love housing. The housing market is up. Right? The housing market from 2 years ago is like up 30%. It just came down a little bit, maybe 8%, but it's still way up. So if you bought a house, if you own a house, if you own something, own. See, that's the thing. That's the thing people fail to realize in inflation. Inflation is bad when you go to the grocery store or the gas station, but you love inflation when you try to sell something that has value because it's worth more. Right? Your Gibson Les Paul 1956 guitar that was worth $26,000 is now worth $37,000. Everything goes up in value. Your home that you paid $225,000 for is now worth $275,000. That's how inflation sometimes works to the advantage of people. And of course, how many banks own the mortgages, they hold the mortgages. So when property values go up, everybody benefits from that. But let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. Oh my God, look at this. That's an image of fucking. It looks like I forgot his name. I'm drawing mental blanks today. Why is Bruce Springsteen on the feed? So Ghislaine Maxwell, the infamous female pedophilia file, who in her country, the age of consent was 15 in England, but she decided to come on American soil and aid Jeffrey Epstein in luring in young teenage girls, paying them handsomely, feeding them hors d'oeuvres on the exotic Lolita Island, right? You remember her, Ghislaine Maxwell. She got sentenced to 20 years in jail for her vile crimes against young women in America. She is being moved. She's serving a 20-year jail sentence, and she's being moved to a low-security prison in Florida. All right, there she is, the beautiful Ghislaine Maxwell. And when you do the inmate search, you see that she's now in Tallahassee FCI holding facility. 60-year-old white, serving 20 years in prison for, and there it is. Look, it has a track. It still has a wall around it, but it has a track. It has a baseball diamond, a quad. Look at that. It has a quad. It looks like a college campus, right? Right? All the lesbian action. It's both male and female. So there's got to be some you know what I mean? And here she is for her crime. Here she is in court staring down the. So she's getting moved, right? She's getting moved where she has intramural team sports such as softball, basketball, and volleyball. The handbook says, right? Indoor activities, flag football, frisbee, yoga. Right? And she was a teacher. She was a yoga teacher. She knows yoga. Right? All rich people know yoga because they're smart and they know what they're doing. They know yoga works. So anyway. So Ghislaine Maxwell, love her or hate her, you wanted to see her suffer, but it turns out she's going to do her time in a country club. Right? She's not free. She's not free to leave, but she's not going to suffer in a little box, fending off, fucking rodents. It might be kind of hot down there in Florida. She might bake in the winter, summer. It gets 100 degrees. I don't know if they got air conditioning. Are these facilities air conditioned, or do they make the prisoner fucking sweat so they don't move around as much? I don't know, but Ghislaine Maxwell, that's good news for her. So I want to talk about cloning, right? Morris County reporting on pet cloning. Right? Pet cloning is booming in China. In China. Why is it just China? China's got the only one who has the technology. Look, if China can clone a pet or clone a human or an animal from dead matter, take the DNA, That's what we're talking about here. Your pet dies. Like if I wanted to clone Granny Cat, I could have taken something from her and then from that something clone her into a new cat, right? Now, genetically, the cat is the same, but it has no memory. I clone plants all the time. I clone mint plants. My yard is full of mint plants, all clones from a single plant, and they do grow different. They're not. They don't look like the. They're an extension of the mother, but they're not the mother themselves. They're clones. They're genetically identical. But here's the deal. And it's very expensive because it's a little bit of witchcraft to get it done. So in China, it's about $37,000 to clone a cat. You hear that, Granny Cat? Hey, Granny Cat, you hear that? I'm going to dig you up in the yard, and I'm going to get $37,000 from somewhere, and we're going to clone Granny Cat. Right? We'll get another Granny Cat. But this is what they're doing, right? Is this real? Is this real? Here's why I want to talk about it. Pet cloning is booming in China. Right? What about human cloning? Right? What about human cloning? There was a movie. I don't know what movie it was where The Island. Remember The Island? Oh, The Island, right? It was an underground facility for clones, human clones that rich people. This is a movie. I'm not making it up. For rich people that want to clone themselves. This is what they do. If I'm old, I clone myself. Right? I get a clone of my identical body parts. Right? It's another person. Once the person is born, they're another person. But that's not what they're meant for. When my heart fails, I'm going to go to the clone and I'm going to rip out its heart and use it. Maybe I'll have 3 clones. If my lungs fail, I'm going to chop out the clone's lungs. Kill the clone. Fuck the clone. I paid for it. So you see the ramification of cloning? The why? Why are you? What's the problem? Why you can't? I mean, sperm, egg, fertilization. Why not just go the old-fashioned way? Just get in there, right? But it is interesting about cloning, right? And there's no cloning of a animal is not an exact replica. It matches the DNA. There's no personality traits that transfer. Nothing like that. It's a different individual that shares the same genetic makeup. Right? Because there's different causes and conditions that lead to birth. So anyway, man, these dogs are all cloned. $37,000, you can clone your animal. The only reason I'm talking about it, not because it's pet cloning, but it does show you. There's also speculation that, in addition, scientific and technological means may introduce genetic defects. But not cloning. If the cloned animal kept reproducing for a few generations, will it end up producing a genetic monster? No. It's a continuation of the same creature. But who knows? Maybe not. But watch out, man. They may, you may be a clone and you don't even know it. You may be Nancy Pelosi's clone, and you think like, oh, we just look the same. No, you're her fucking clone. And when Nancy Pelosi takes a heart attack, you're going to somehow end up in the hospital, sick, and you're going to die in the hospital while they steal your fucking liver. That's what's happening, man. I got clones walking around, right? Once the rich guy pulls in his clone, right? I'm Elon Musk. I got 12 clones. Elon Musk has 12 people that look like him around the world. He's got them scattered all over the place. They're living large everywhere. And every time Elon Musk gets sick and goes to the hospital, one of those clones ends up there so they can fucking suck the life out of the clone and put it into Elon Musk. The real Elon Musk, not the clone. It's scary, man. I'm scared. So here comes the earnings barrage. GE, General Motors, 3M, who's this? Raytheon? Yeah. And McDonald's, UPS, all reporting earnings this week. How's the market doing right now? And we're going down. We're going down. NASDAQ is down 140. Dow down 123. It's not what I wanted to see this morning. It's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see shit go up, man. I wanted to see. I'm long right now, the market. I think that we are beginning to build a bottom. That's my thought. That seems to be. There seems to be pretty good support right around this level. Let's see if it turns around now. This is. I'll show you the Nasdaq. I've been looking mostly at the Nasdaq, but we got a drop right now in the morning, and we'll see. We'll see if it turns around. Good support down here. It looks like there's really solid support around Nasdaq 11,000. Yeah, Nasdaq 11,000 showing good support. We're at Nasdaq 11,600 right now. We'll see if it holds here and turns around. Teresa Sam asks, does the clone have a six-pack abs? Yeah, maybe, right? You could clone somebody, right? And then you put them on ab detail, right? That clone just works its abs. And then you take the abs and you put them in your body, right? That's what the movie was about. So anyway, Marcus Conte reporting. That's all I got today, man. Thank you all for joining me. I apologize for the buffer. We solved one problem in the beginning, and then we ended up buffering like a mofo, man. So thank you everybody in the chat. Steve Zrolski is here. Today's take. Thank you for being here. Today's take. I remember your name. Bebop is here. A lot of old names. Me So Hungry is a good friend of the program. JJ Wolf, I remember you as well. Zoot Cooter is Haywire 237, good friend of the program. Vinny D Martini on the wrench is here as well. I think I'm going to hurt myself doing that. I got to stop doing that. So anyway, Mark Scott reporting. We're live. Thank you everybody for joining me. And what else? Listen to some Granny Cat again. I love this cat, man. I love this cat. This is my favorite video so far. Granny Cat in the snow. Granny Cat in the snow. Peace, everybody. Mark Scott reporting. Granny Cat. Peace, everybody.